Hello, everyone. My name is Francia, and this is not a dog yoga class, but I do have some friends with me today. Let's go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position. Today's classes are Vinyasa for all levels, and on Sundays, we try to keep it very gentle, mostly because on Saturday, we do our Ashtanga practice, and that can be very harsh on the body, very strong practice, and it's a good way to kind of bring everything back in before Monday and starting our week again. So let's come to a comfortable seated position. I know some of you are in the chair, and I will have the chair nearby in case there's any need to demonstrate. So as we come into our seated posture, let the shoulders roll back, gaze, sit. Allow the shoulders to roll back, soften the gaze downward. Steady the breath, deep inhale, slow exhale. Come into awareness of the body. So notice if there's any tension in the shoulders. Notice if there's any tension in the jaw. Keep your eyes gently, softly closed. Notice the depth of your breath, of your inhale breath. That little pause at the top of the inhale and that gentle release of the exhale. Let the breath be long and steady and fluid, rhythmic and natural. Again, deep breath in. Slow, gentle breath out. One more, just like that. Deep breath in. Slow, easy, gentle breath out. Then we'll gently bring the chin down towards the chest, create length in the back of the neck, and just start moving the neck a little bit. Gently moving of the head side to side. And then inhale, let's start by moving the arms. Diggs, you're not helpful. Come this way, good boy. All right, inhale, draw the arms up towards the ceiling. Allow the shoulders to relax back and down. So we're gonna start to find our range of motion here. And Sudhakar and Daddy, you guys are gonna have to find a way to find where that is for you. If the elbows need to bend, if the arms can stay straight. For those of you that have no shoulder issues, you can allow the arms to extend all the way up towards the sky, reaching through the fingertips, and allow the shoulders to roll back and down. Now, if you're seated in the chair, make sure you're lengthening out of your spine. Keep the shoulder blades back and down. And again, you can be out here, you can be out here, you can be here. Find what range of motion your shoulders can find. Try not to come forward and not to be out to the sides or back, but keep the length up, 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 up towards the sky. Take another deep breath in, inhale, and then exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Find your range of motion. Inhale, arms up. If possible, I know for Mindy, you can bring those palms together so the pinkies touch, the thumbs touch, the palms come together, and then maybe take your gaze upward. If that's not possible for you, again, you stay with open arms, so whatever range of motion you have. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, hands to heart. Okay, so observe the shoulders. How are they feeling? Take one more time. Inhale, draw the arms up. Feel it into your shoulders. Find your range of motion. Let this be an extension from the hip up through the rib cage, up through the lower arm, all the way to the fingertips. If possible, pinkies, heels of the hands, thumbs touching, gazing up towards thumbs. Reach, 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 reach. Lengthen out of your sits bones, and then exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go for a nice twist. Take the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you, and look over left shoulder. Find a little bit of a rotation in the body here. Deep breath in, slow breath out. No, Diggs, you can't get love every second of every day. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly release, and then we'll take it to the other side. Left hand, right knee. Inhale up, and then exhale, rotate. Now remember, in our rotations, we want to find length in the spine, and then as we exhale, we turn the body and look over back shoulder. Steady your breath. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Again, inhale. And then exhale, come back to center. All right, so let's do that 2 more times. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Find your rotation, look over that back shoulder. Each inhale lifts you up, and then each exhale moves you into the rotation. Steady breathing. I'm holding your paw, Diggs. Exhale, slowly come back, and we'll do the other side. Left hand, right knee. And remember, if you're seated, you're just making that rotation from that seated position. And you can even bring your back arm around the back rest of the chair. Shoulder roll back, steady, steady breath, belly drawn in. Find steadiness in your own pace of breath. And exhale, gently come to center. All right, last one. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, or lift the elbow and take that hand around towards your right hip. Again, these are suggestions. Remember that you are always welcome to modify, to either make it a little bit more accessible or a little bit more difficult for you. If you do have the thigh with your fingertips, create a slight bind so you can feel it more in that back shoulder. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale again. And exhale, slowly release, coming all the way back. And we'll do the last side. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind you, lengthen through the spine. And then again, lift that back elbow up and back and around so you can reach for that opposite thigh or hip and looking back over right shoulder. So it's a full rotation of the spine. Deep breath in. Slow, steady breath out. If you have the grip, get a good grip with all of your fingers. Wriggle yourself a little bit more. Find that nice twist in the body, all the way from the neck, through the torso, down into the sits bones even. And exhale, slowly release. One more time, arms up, extend. And let's take some side bends. Exhale, arms by the sides. Let's switch the direction of the feet. So your other foot comes in front. If you're in the chair, just stay where you are. And again, inhale up. Exhale, take it to the side. So we're going to bring one arm down. Doesn't matter which one. I'm bringing my right arm down. And then reach through the left fingertips. Find length. Try not to break this line of the arm. So keep the arm straight and move the shoulder back. So you're finding a little bit of a rotation in the torso. Now this other knee, press it down towards the floor. Lengthen, lengthen. If crossing your legs is getting uncomfortable, you can always extend your legs forward. Now, if you can, soften into your standing arm, reach up and extend. You can look up, out, underneath the armpit, forward, or even look down. So choose which gaze fits your body the best. Find length from that left hip all the way up the body towards the fingertips. Reach, 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 reach. Good. And then inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, other side. Exhale, take your fold. So just as we did on the other side, nice and steady, not breaking the line of the arm, but reaching out of it. Moving the right shoulder back and the left shoulder slightly forward, pressing that right hip down towards the floor as you reach up. So there's a full line all the way from the hip to the fingertips, softening into that left or standing elbow. And then again, finding your gaze out underneath the right armpit, towards the side, up towards the ceiling or towards the fingertips, forward if that feels better, or even down if there's any tension in your neck. Keep lengthening, keep reaching, pressing that right knee down, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Inhale. And exhale, slowly come back to center. Good. Shake out the shoulders here. Now we're going to move on to hands and knees. So Titi, you stay on the chair, but you're going to do the same thing with your back. So for the rest of us, we're going to come to our hands and knees. Papi, move very carefully so that you're not hurting your knees. Once you're on your hands and knees, release the toes, press into the fingertips, and then inhale. We're going to open the chest, open the shoulders back. This is our cat and cow. And I know for some of you that have been coming regularly, I might be going kind of slow. It's just because we have new students today. So reach your chin forward, shoulders back. If you know what we're doing, just go right into it. Exhale, find yourself into cat. So we tuck the tailbone under and we curl the spine. So Titi, in your chair, you're doing the same thing. Moving into cow with the inhale and swaying into cat with the exhale. Rounding up. So each time you move, try to go through all the muscles of the back, through all the muscles that support the spine, opening up, reaching up with the sits bones, chest, chin up. Exhale, curling everything under, pulling the belly button up and in, tucking down through the tailbone, tucking the chin towards the chest, protracting through the shoulders. Let's do 3 more. Inhale at your own pace. Let the full breath come in. Exhale, full breath comes out. There's that gentle pause. And then we repeat. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to find ourselves recentering the knees, so a little bit closer to each other, hands underneath your shoulders. Take your left leg back. Titi, you're just going to extend your left leg forward and flex your foot. So if you're in the chair, all you're going to do is, no guys, settle down, is extend the leg forward and flex the foot, okay? So we'll start with the left leg. There we go. Oh, they were so calm. Left leg extends back, press to the left heel, strong, stay there, protracted shoulders. Now inhale, keep your shoulders strong, don't sink. Push the floor away so that you're feeling all these muscles here working. Lift the left leg, point the toe, lift the heart, stay there. 1, steady, calm breathing. 2, shoulders moving away. 3, belly's drawn in. 4, almost there. And 5. Now everyone bring that knee in towards the body. So Titi, just curl everything in. So we're doing cat pose and bringing the knee in towards the forehead. And then exhale, extend it back. Point the toe. Let's hold again for 5. 1, lift the heart and chest. 2, good. Okay, don't sink into the shoulders, Papi. Push those shoulders away. 3, looks good. 4 and 5. Exhale, curl everything in. Forehead to the knee. Round the back, just like cat pose. Last time, inhale, extend back. Take a break if you need it. Otherwise, stay steady. This one we're going to pulse. 1, nice and slow. 2, good. 3, 4 and 5. Exhale, curl everything in, round the back, forehead to the knee, and then exhale, release. You can separate your knees, and let's take a balasana before we do the other side. So bring your hips back towards the heels, reach the arms forward. You can stay on your elbows, or you can even stay on your hands. Titi, just let yourself fold over your legs in the seated position. And then let your forehead come to the floor. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. This pose is called Balasana. This is our resting posture. It gives us the opportunity to square off the body, to come back into an equanimous state, to settle the nervous system. 1 more breath. Exhale, slowly coming back to tabletop, so rounding ourselves back to upright. Knees back in towards each other. We're going to do the right leg now. So protract the shoulders. Keep the shoulders moving away from each other. This is all work to strengthen the shoulders. Right leg back. Flex through the right heel. Find stretch in your right leg. Steady, calm breathing. We're going to start moving into this. Engage into the lower belly. So your lower belly needs to be drawn up and in. There's a slight tuck under. And then inhale, lift the right leg up. Point through the toe. Reach the heart center forward. Hold there. 1. Keep the hips even. So try not to lift too much. Right hip down. 2. Protracted shoulders. 3. Strong arms. 4. Calm, peaceful breath. 5. Exhale, curl everything in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Forehead to the knee. And extend it back. Inhaling. Hold again for 5. Calm breathing. 1. Reach to the top of your head. 2. Keep those shoulders strong and protracted. Don't sink. 3. Good. 4. Good. Looks good, Ruth. 5. Exhale. Curl it in. Inhale. Extend it back. This time we're going to add those pulses. So again, strong shoulders. Lift and lower. 1. Slowly. 2. Nice and slow. Sudhakar, keep protracting those shoulders. 3. Good. 4. So you want to separate the shoulder blades. 5. Exhale. Curl it in. And slowly release. Take that right knee down. Separate your knees. Big toes touch. Hips all the way down to the heels. Be mindful of your knees. Belly in. Exhale. Extend forward. Forehead to the floor. Balasana. So your seated Balasana, Titi, looks like this. You're going to separate your knees, feet apart. You can come to your elbows, or you can try to bring your hands to the floor and let your head relax. So this way you're getting a little bit of an inversion as well. Your feet are planted on the floor and you're letting your back round and soften. So that's your seated Balasana, either elbows on the knees or hands on the floor. All right, one more breath here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly come back to tabletop. Okay, so now we're gonna take right foot forward. Best way to do this is to come up a little bit, step the right leg forward, and come into a lunge. So when we first do this, this left knee is a little close to the right heel. You can either walk that right heel forward or walk the left knee back to come into your lunge. This is where the yoga blocks come in handy, and I will bring you some, Daddy, for next week. But you want to make sure that your fingertips are on the floor and you can release that left foot. We're going to find our lunge here, and we're going to take both hands on the inside of the right foot, walk the right foot to the right, just a little bit, so you're separating it from your body. And let's stay here for 5 breaths. If you know you can go deeper, by all means, bend your elbows. You can bring your elbows to the floor. You can bring your forehead to the floor. Find the lunge that fits your hips today. Good. Find the lunge, Ruth, and then take that right arm inside the right leg. Yes, good. Stay there. Lift the heart and chest. If there's any discomfort in that left knee, you can put extra padding, like a blanket or a cushion underneath the left knee. And then exhale, let's take it back. Walk the fingertips back, straighten the right leg. You can stack the one hand on the other side for balance. Stay on your fingertips or use your yoga blocks. They will come in handy. If you can, take your fold. Otherwise, stay here. You can try taking your fold here as well. If you do take your fold, release your shoulders, reach the top of the head, belly's in. Inhale, head up, walk the fingertips back. And then again, lunging forward, right hand inside of the right foot, left hand down. Good. Breathe. Inhale. Hips forward and down. Find your stretch. Exhale. One more option for you to make it a little bit more difficult, if you like, is tucking that left toe under and straightening the left leg. Not a necessity. You can stay here. Just an option for you if you want to go a little deeper, if you feel like your body needs a little bit more. 3 more breaths. 2. Good. And 3. Exhale, take it back. Nice and steady. Right hand on the outside. Lengthen through the right leg. Point the toe and let's flex and lean back. Point and lean forward. Just add a little bit of movement to the hips and the leg. Just a little rocking back and forth. And then stay with the toe pointing forward. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, take your fold. Even if your fold is just a little bit, see what you can do. Titi, this is the same thing in the chair. Right leg is forward and you're just doing the same thing but sitting down. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, take it forward once more. Okay, let's plant the hands on the floor. Slide the right foot back. We come back to kneeling position. Good. All right, other side. Left foot, take it forward. Walk the left foot forward. Walk the right knee back. Find your hips moving forward and down. Walk the left foot to the outside. Left hand on the inside. Release the right toes. So we find our lunge. So in your chair, Titi, you're doing the exact same thing, but off to the side. So the left leg that's forward, you're here, and you're coming forward over that left leg, or you can stay here. But you're trying to find that movement in the hip. Trying to move slow so I don't freak out the dogs. All right, let's hold 3 more breaths. Good, looks good. Open heart. Yeah, you can add a little rocking, a little bit of movement. That looks good, Ruth. Feel it in your own body. Remember, if you want more depth, bend the elbows. Elbows can come to the floor or to a block. Forehead can be on the floor, whatever you need to make this movement fit your body. And then exhale, let's take it back. Bring the left hand on the outside for balance. And now we're gonna point the toe, lengthen the torso, belly in. Exhale, take your fold. Only if it's available for you. Staying upright is fine. Titi, for you, you were here before with the fold. So then you're gonna come up. You're gonna straighten that leg, point the toe, Zena, move, and then try to fold over that left leg. Bringing your body over the left leg. So you're not trying to fold forward. Keep your right leg strong to support you. Okay, 1 more breath. Inhale, press up. Exhale, take it forward. Left hand on the inside once more. Settling in. Finding your lunge. Moving into the hips, forward and down. Shoulder blades away from each other. Nice tall spine. And same here, like Suma, if this back knee starts to hurt a little bit, place something underneath it so that you can feel supported there. You kind of almost want to be on the top part of the knee where it's closest to your thigh. So that makes it a little bit more, the weight doesn't feel as heavy. And then exhale, take it back. Walk that foot in. Flex and point the toe. So moving into that left leg. And remember, you can have those hands back. You can use your blocks. Keep drawing the belly in, moving forward and back, little gentle rocks. And then exhale, point the toe, lengthen spine, and take your fold. Allow yourself to softly release any tension in the back muscles. And you're going to feel this deep stretch in the back of the left leg. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, take it forward. And then we're going to take that left foot back to our tabletop. Separate your knees wide, big toes touch. Sit the hips down. Lengthen the arms forward. Take your balasana, forehead to the floor. Depending on your hips and your knees, possibly this is not that restful of a posture for you. So if you find yourself struggling here, feel free to elevate the hips a little bit like this. This will do. Or to elevate the torso and bring the elbows down. So maybe your balasana looks like this. Totally cool. Whatever you're feeling and wherever you are, take deep breaths here. Inhale. exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. And release. Slowly, gently. Coming back to tabletop, we're going to move into our first downward facing dog. Tucking the toes under. Now be mindful of your shoulders here. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, press your weight back. You're on your toes, tucked under. Your heels are off the floor, and you're moving your rib cage towards your thighs. Let your head hang. Now notice my knees are deeply bent here. Titi, for you, what you're going to do is you're going to come up and you're going to use your chair as the floor. So you're going to come to this position here. Let your body come through. So that is going to be your downward facing dog. Everyone else, belly's in, and you're reaching your chest through, shoulders back, steady breathing, let the neck hang, relax, lengthen from the tailbone all the way through the shoulders and all the way to the fingertips. Keep the knees soft for this first one, and let's start to pedal out our dog. So bending and straightening through the legs. Bend one leg, straighten one leg. If this is getting to be too difficult, you can always grab yourself a chair and you're doing the exact same thing. Knees are bent, you're bending, you're straightening, you're wiggling out so that you can find yourself in this shape, this kind of L shape of the body. Let your shoulders softly release, and using the chair is actually very, very helpful, especially if our shoulders feel very tight. Once you feel steady, then you can straighten your legs and reach your sits bones up and back as your chest moves through the body. You're going to stay here 5 breaths, either on the chair or on the floor. If you're on the floor, remember, move your weight back. Good. Ruthie, your weight needs to go back towards your feet, towards your chest, towards your thighs. Good. Keep moving the weight back. You too, Suma, moving the weight back. So we don't want the weight forward, we want the weight back. Papi, usa una silla. Usa la misma silla que mami. Mami de un lado y tú del otro. There you go. I know. Steady breathing. One more breath. And then exhale slowly, bring the knees down, and let's come to kneeling. So we'll just come to a kneeling position, shoulders roll back. Let's take a couple of breaths here, acknowledging all the work that has been done. Let your palms be face up. You can also sit in a chair at this point if you want. Steady, calm breath. If sitting like this is not comfortable for you, find a position that is. So you don't have to be uncomfortable at any point. There's a level of discomfort that we are going to be feeling regardless, but make sure that it's not a painful, get me out of this type of discomfort. Close the eyes, notice the back muscles, notice your lower back here. All of the things that we were doing, we're stretching through that lower back. So think about drawing the lower belly up and in. Gentle tuck under through the tailbone. Relax the hands, palms facing up, ready to receive. Steady breathing. Showdown. One more inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to come to seated. So the best way to come to seated at this point is to just simply lean to the side and extend forward. If you've been doing our Ashtanga practice, then you're going to try to jump through. No days. Sit. So for your jump through, it's the craziest. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Tuck the toes under, inhale, lift up, slide forward, and come to seated. So that's what you do if you've been coming for a while. Otherwise, just make your way to seated. Feet flexed. Toes pointed towards your face, draw in through the lower belly, lift the rib cage, shoulders back and down, find Dandasana position. Okay, Dandasana position may look pretty easy and doable for most of us, but what happens is we don't have the flexibility in the hips. So we start to lean back, or we start to round, or we start to bend the knees, or bring the shoulders forward. So if you look like this, let's change that. Keep the knees bent. Lift your rib cage, lift your heart, shoulder blades back, hands down by your hips, and then slowly start to lengthen your legs. If at any point you need to stay with the knees bent, that's fine. What you don't want to do is round here. So up, rib cage, up, shoulder blades back and down, hands down, lift the heart, and then gently bring the chin down just ever so slightly. Let's stay here 5 breaths. Zena, move, my girl, move. Pretty girl, I know. All right, they're gonna go for a nice long walk after this. Deep breath in, slow breath out. 2 more breaths. They won't go, Dad, I tried. And then let's go ahead and take Paschimottanasana. Leaning forward, we're gonna reach for the toes. If you cannot find your toes, find your shins, find your knees, find something that you can connect to here. Reach, maybe your ankles, maybe the sides of your feet, maybe your big toes. Same as before, we wanna avoid rounding the back. So lift the heart and rib cage, lean forward and find your Paschimottanasana wherever that is for you. Let the head relax, forehead towards the shins, steady breathing. If you need to bend your knees here, that's okay too, because we're using this as a stretch for the back and a release. But if you want to use it more for a stretch for the legs, then you might want to straighten your legs and then keep extending your body down and forward. Hold 5 breaths. Moving the shoulders away from the ears, not really pulling too hard with your hands, just letting your hands kind of grab whatever you reach, your ankles, your shins, your toes, your feet, and then letting your shoulders softly move away from the ears. 1 more breath. Oh boy. Diggs. Now lift up. You might have to pick him up. Just pick him up. Pick him up. He's not heavy. Sorry, guys. Yeah. There you go. All right, come back up. Inhale, let's take the right foot in. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna bring that right foot to the inside of the left thigh for Janu Shirshasana. We do this practice all the time. The foot is in, the knee is down. As we exhale, we're gonna fold over the left leg. So Titi, for you in your chair, you're just gonna have that foot planted and you're gonna try to move forward towards the left leg seated in the chair. Everyone else, the foot is on the inside of the left thigh and you're gonna take it forward and find your forward fold. And same as with the Paschimottanasana, you wanna move the shoulders away from the ears and pull just ever so slightly. Maybe you're up here, your hands are on your shin and you're pulling here. So just as before, same concept, not rounding, but lifting and coming forward. So you're gonna find your point of resistance. It might be up here, it might be down here, it might be way up here. There's no more going forward, just don't sink. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Keep lifting. Good. Good, Ruth. That's it. Just like that. Exhale and take however deep your body will go. Settle in. 3 breaths. One more. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift halfway, open the heart center, keep holding on to the foot if you can. Exhale there and release. Okay, now we're gonna go for a lift up. So right hand on the floor, point your toes. Inhale, lift your hips, lengthen through that left side. Exhale, come back down. So for that one, Titi, just gently moving up into the posture a little bit more. And then other side, right leg extends, left leg comes in. Titi, when you're sitting in the chair, that foot is out, your leg is in front, and you're gonna reach forward towards that leg. For everyone else, foot onto the inner thigh, reach the right leg forward, twist your body, inhale, and then exhale, take your fold. Find your foot, your calf, your knee, whatever you can find along that right leg. But keep rotating the left side forward, shoulders down away from the ears. Find your maximum, take it there, and then release. Sometimes we do feel a little bit of tension in this left foot pressing into the floor. So make sure that the edge of the pinky toe is down. I like to sometimes flex the foot, and that way that keeps that top of the foot a little softer on the mat. So you can choose to make little adjustments like that. Once the body's in position, I can relax that foot, not keep it flexed the whole time, but relax the toes down and then come into the posture. Remember, your pose may look something like this. You might be here. This is Janu Shirshasana. This is the asana. Don't have to be folded all the way down. So better here, not here. Here, not here. Good. Good. Okay, let's do 3 more breaths. Go to your depth, find it here. This is where we get to really have that conversation with our bodies. What are we feeling and where? Connect to the sensations of the body without judgment. Don't judge yourself or your body, your muscles, your joints. No need to put any negative or positive connotations onto anything. You're just moving. You're being. That's all that's happening right now. And then inhale, lift halfway. See if you can lengthen the spine, lift the heart center. Keep holding on to whatever part of the leg you found. And then exhale, release. All right, here, Titi, you're just gonna lift up. Everyone else, hand on the floor. Inhale, press the hips up. Reach, 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 reach. And then exhale, come all the way down. Okay, now we're gonna lay onto the back. So bring that left leg forward, extend the legs, lay all the way down onto your back. Take your time. So Titi, if you want, you can do it on the couch or on the bed so that you don't have to come all the way to the floor. Once you're all the way onto your back, knees are planted, feet together, knees together, hands on the belly. Notice how flat your back feels here. This is the kind of flat back we want to get when we do our poses like Dandasana position. And then exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Roll around side to side. Giving the lower back a little massage. You can move the knees away from the body, closer to the body. U-shape the knees, whatever feels good. And then exhale, release the arms down. And let's go for Viparita Karani, legs extend upwards. So again, if you had a hard time in Dandasana position, this is going to be tough for you too. Your legs may be out here and that's engaging the abdomen. Oh, you have to work. So you can bend your knees and stack your feet over your hips. So you're not trying to lift your hips up. You've got to keep your hips down, but you can soften your knees to stay in this flat back position. So notice it's the same thing when we bent our knees in Dandasana. If you don't need to, then try to straighten your legs. Stay there for 5 to 6 breaths. We're going to softly start to come down. Easy breathing, shoulders relax, move the shoulders down and away from the ears, whole back is flat on the floor. You can close your eyes if you wish. Start to really come into a sense of peace and calm. Do 3 more breaths. Notice the quality, not just of your breathing, but of your thoughts. 1 more. Exhale, start to bend the knees if they're not already bent and lower the heels down towards your body. Once the heels come down, you can place the left foot on the floor, and then we're going to take the right foot on top of that left thigh. If that's not accessible, you can place your ankle on top of the knee. So this is one option. Here's another option. And then we're gonna take our twist. So left hand, draw that right knee all the way across. Your right shoulder may lift up a little bit as you move, but see if you can extend that right arm and move over to the side. So if you're doing this on the couch, you might run into the back of the couch, so maybe the bed would be a better option for next time. But you can just keep that right arm bent if you don't have room. And then we're looking to the right. You can also do this seated up in the chair as well. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale to come everything back up to center. Release the arms, release the right foot, separate your feet, and just a little windshield wiper of the legs before we do the other side. Moving from one side to the other. And then we'll go for the other side, right foot planted, either the left ankle or back of the left calf onto the knee, or the foot onto the thigh. You choose whichever is accessible for you. Take right hand to left knee, take that whole body down. Now let that left shoulder lift as you bring the left knee down. And then inhale, lift that left arm, and then take your twist. Opening the left shoulder to the side, looking towards the left. Steady, calm breathing. Belly's drawn in. You can close your eyes. Feel that nice rotation in the torso. Maybe you feel this in your shoulders, maybe in your hips. Wherever you feel your twist, it's exactly where you're meant to. Let your body move awareness there. Your mind move awareness into that part of your body. And inhale, slowly coming back to center. Take your time. Release your left leg, separate your feet. Again, little windshield wiper motion with your knees side to side, giving the lower back a little massage. And we'll take a happy baby to even out both sides of the body. So tuck the tailbone under, release the back of the head. Bring the knees open on either sides of your body. So you're stacking your knees over your shoulders. Hands go inside the legs, and we're going to grab the feet. Now, I know for some of you, this is not possible. So if grabbing the feet is not possible, maybe you can grab your shins or even your knees. And then you're going to draw them up as you lift the feet. So if you have your feet, you're holding onto the feet. Otherwise, maybe just your knees or maybe even the backs of your thighs to pull that shape in. Keep the feet lifted. So don't let the feet be flopped down towards the floor. The engagement happens here, feet flexed. So whatever version of this posture you can achieve, see what your body will surrender to. Be here 5 breaths. You can add movement to this as well if you like. A little swaying side to side or front and back, whatever feels good. I'm just going to check in on you guys. Hold your posture. Good. Keep those knees bent. Maybe why are you in the chair? You don't want to come to the floor? Okay. Stay in the posture. Don't change. Stay in the posture. Good. Good. Suma, that looks, or Sudhakar. Good. Add a little movement, Sudhakar, side to side to release the lower back. No, papi, we're still in that same posture. We haven't changed. So, estoy mirándolos a ustedes, pero quédate en la misma postura que estábamos antes. Acostado de espalda con las piernas arriba. No hemos cambiado. Okay. Let's hold one more breath. And then exhale, slowly release the heels down. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice tight hug. And exhale, release. Feet come down to the floor. All right. Simple bridge next. So we're going to grab a hold of our heels. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift the hips up. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths. This first one is very gentle. So we're just engaging into the quads, engaging into the legs, elevating the hips, maybe reaching for the heels if they're accessible. Otherwise, you can interlace your hands behind your back, wriggle your shoulders under just a tad bit. Staying for 10 breaths, we're about 4 breaths in. Strong legs, 5. Make sure the knees don't separate. Keep the glutes engaged, 6, 7. So just nice and gentle. We're not going to the maximum. 8, 9. The shoulders keep moving away from the ears. Strong, strong legs. 10. Exhale. Let's release all the way down to the floor. And then inhale, bring the knees in. And again, little rocking side to side. So we're going to do that 2 more times, each time increasing the intensity just a tad bit. So whereas that first one was maybe like a 4 out of 10, this one's going to be maybe a 6 out of 10. So we're going to increase the intensity by lifting the hips up a little bit more. Press the feet down, inhale, tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips, wriggle those shoulders under, find that 6 out of 10 intensity. Hold there. 1. Strong quads. 2. If it gets to be too much and you need to come down, 3. Try to come right back up as soon as you release. 4. Keep pressing in through the feet, strong legs. 5. 6. Almost there. 7. 8. Don't let the hips come down. Keep lifting. 9. And 10. Exhale, lower down. With control, good job. Bring the knees in, give yourself a nice hug, sway side to side, release the lower back, release the hips. Okay, last one, we're gonna try to go to an 8 out of 10 intensity. That's the bad news. Good news, we're only gonna hold it for 5. So you're gonna go as high up as you can. Tuck the tailbone under, lengthen through the back of your neck. Inhale, hips up. Wriggle those shoulders under. You can interlace your fingers, press through the legs. Find your biggest, most intensity of this posture. Really draw those hips up, strong legs. 1, only holding for 5. 2, steady, steady breathing, chin towards the chest. 3, keep pressing through the legs. 4, almost there, almost there. 5, exhale, lower down. Release the hands, relax the shoulders, and let's wiggle the legs, windshield wipe side to side. We're going to go into a constructive resting posture here before taking our Shavasana. So separate your feet, let the knees come in towards each other, right hand at the belly, left hand at the heart. Check in with your breathing. Check in with the quality of your thoughts. Give yourself a little gratitude for completing your practice today, for putting in the work, for putting in the effort. However your practice went was exactly how it was meant to. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Slowly open the knees, let the legs extend out, arms out by your sides, take your Shavasana. We always end our practice with a short Shavasana, a short break, a short resting posture. And this is a very important part of our practice. You don't want to skip it. As you lay here, notice where the tension may still live in your body. See if you can make a conscious effort to breathe into that part of your body and to release any tightness you might be having or experiencing there. Let the belly rise and fall with the movement of the breath. Allow yourself to be completely settled in, maybe scanning through the full extension of the body from the top of the head to the toes to the fingertips. Eyes are closed. The jaw is relaxed. The teeth are slightly parted, but your lips are together. breathing through the nose. Slowly and gently, we're going to begin to reawaken. First, by just simply bringing awareness back to this room, to this body, to this time, to this place. We'll start to add gentle movement to the fingers and toes, the hands, the feet, the wrists, and the ankles start to move. As you exhale, let's take a full body stretch, bringing the legs together, arms up overhead, reach through the heels, reach through the fingers, lift the rib cage, stretch through the back, legs, hips, glutes, arms, shoulders, everything lengthening from one end to the other. And then exhale, release. Let's roll over onto our side. It doesn't matter which side, just pick a side to roll over onto. You can let the head rest on the arm or on the floor in front. The knees are stacked and bent, and your upper arm is just resting in front, giving you a little bit of a kickstand. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And exhale, slowly pressing ourselves up to come to seated. Take your time, let there be no rush. Cross your feet and come to a comfortable seated position, just how we started our practice today. We'll end today with just a little bit of mindful breathing. So we'll practice our boxed breathing. This is the inhale for a count of 4 or 5, a pause at the top of the breath for about the same 4 or 5 count. Exhale for a 4 or 5 count, a pause with the breath out for a 4 or 5 count, and then again we repeat. So we're going to start the first one. I'll count it to 4, but you feel free to make it longer if your body needs it. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale with your own breath count. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale. Pause with the emptiness. Inhale again. Pausing at the top. Remember, your breath might be shorter or longer than mine. Exhaling slowly. Full breath out and then pause. Retain the breath. Inhale. Pausing at the top. Exhale fully. Retaining the breath, empty the lungs. Last one, inhale. After the pause, exhale. Retain the breath with empty lungs. And then coming back to our natural pace of breath. Observing what changes have come over the body from our last hour of practice, of movement, and of breathing. With the next exhale, we'll draw the palms together at the center of the heart, symbolizing that union of body, of mind, and of spirit. We'll seal all the benefits of our practice, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones, for our neighbors, our family, our friends, all sentient beings on this planet. Inhale for Om. Namaste.